All right, everyone. I hope you're hungry and ready to climb a tower to find some toppings. Get your whoos and up dogs ready, because it's time for Pizza Tower Noise 100% by Psych. Take it away.
So welcome to Pizza Tower. I'm Psyk, and I'm going to play the game to completion, hence the category Noise 100%. I'm going to control a character that's called the Noise, which was introduced in a very recent update, and he is very different from the Pepino, and you'll be able to see how different he controls later during the run. So, shall I start?
Also, before we start, hey, I'm also here. I'm illegally Sam. I'm just going to be talking and chilling and watching a good Pizza Tower run. Because I haven't actually played this game, so I'm just going to be enjoying this.
Yeah. All right. It's like if you're ready, give Tech a countdown so that they can know when you're going to be ready for them to start the timer.
Okay, no problem. So I'm going to start and actually, well, I guess we can start right now. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck. Okay, I am already confused at what I was looking at there.
Okay, so that was
the first screen of the game.
Yep. So that was the intro. Oops. Basically, instead of Pepino, we are controlling. Ooh, we are controlling this character, which is called the Noise. So, as you know, a Pizza Tower. During the intro, so before the game starts, Pepino was supposed to be running a restaurant, and Pizza Face was going to destroy the restaurant. And Pepino was supposed to climb the tower to destroy Pizza Face before he destroys his restaurant. But instead, we're controlling this titular character, who, if you have played Pepino, he is one of the bosses that you were supposed to fight. And here, we are controlling this character instead. He is way different from Pepino in that he doesn't climb walls, and he's much bouncier. But amongst that, he also has a variety of more attacks available to him. So, what's prominent in the Noise, the number of attacks different. Sorry, there are 2 attacks that stand out from the Noise speedrun. There are 2 attacks. We call them high boosts and crusher cancels. So, what is a high boost? It is basically when you bounce off a wall and then go into a tornado in the opposite direction. And the crusher cancel is when you basically jump infinitely in midair, and so you are able to gain vertical height infinitely. You will see a lot of high boosts and crusher cancels for a typical Noise speedrun.
Yeah, I can tell things are already off to a very fast start at the beginning here.
Yeah. Noise is much faster and has a much faster start than Pepino, in my opinion. Because with Pepino, you have to get a run start to get to a real high speed, whereas with Noise, you can basically just do tornado to get to it.
So are all of these levels the same as the normal Pepino levels, or these like have any differences because you're playing as Noise?
Oh, actually, they're the same. But there are a few minor changes, like the music. So for this level, the first level, John Gutter, there is a music change. But and also for during Pizza Time and Lab 2, there are also a different soundtrack playing in the background.
Okay.
I think these are great new additions to the Pizza Tower soundtrack as well, because they really bang.
Oh yeah, that is one of the main things I do know about Pizza Tower, is that it has good music.
Yeah, they do. I think, in my personal opinion, I think the Noise's Lab 2 soundtrack is better than Pepino's Lab 2.
Yeah, I need to sit down and listen to the full soundtrack one day. I've only heard a smattering of a few things here and there.
Ah, you should. It's that the soundtrack is definitely great throughout.
Alright.
Oh, so for 100%, what is different from any percent is you will see that I will have to grab a few more things. So, for example, the 3 secrets, which are located in the 3 eyes, 1 treasure, and also I need to get an S or a P rank. And also all toppings.
Okay. So what's the difference between an S or a P rank?
The difference, well, so for P ranking, you will need to be able to grab, you need to kill an enemy in the first room, and then maintain your combo throughout the level until you exit. For S rank, and also you need to have entered lab 2 as well for you to get the P rank.
Yeah, because I've definitely heard about it, but I do not remember the specifics.
Yeah. So for 100%, it's not necessary for you to actually get P ranks, which is a little bit sad, but that's how the game goes.
I imagine it makes things a little bit easier, though.
It does, yeah. Sometimes during a run or during a marathon, you might get a combo break in the middle, and for 100%, it won't be a completely dead run because you'll be able to kill a few more enemies, grab a few more points, and you might just be able to nab that S rank at the end.
Is there a category for all P ranks that is just a lot harder?
Well, we do have 2. One is in the extension category. It's called P rank percent. The other is one of the main categories, which is called 101%.
Naturally.
Yeah, so there is actually an extra 1% for the fullest category, which is also really hard and really reset prone.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine just by looking at this game how hard it is.
It is really fun to play as though, and really satisfying to basically speed your way through it.
Yeah, no, it definitely looks like a very fun game. It's just obviously, if I playing this casually, I'm not going to be looking at any of this because
Yeah,
this is very fast.
it has a lot of like speedrunning elements put into this game, which is why speedrunning in this game can be really satisfying.
Yeah, I do always like when games have a little bit of speedrunning stuff built into them for the casual players, even.
So they can experience some of the fun.
Yeah. And I feel like most people who try and learn full speedruns start because a game like encouraged it in the first place.
Yeah. Encouragement is definitely a good first step to learning to speedrun a game.
See, so you said the noise was added in the most recent update. How long ago was that at this point?
It was in March actually.
Yeah.
So 5 months ago.
Okay. So recently, but not like it just happened either.
No, but it is like one of the most recent updates.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, because it's always interesting to me how quickly some things develop for new runs and new discoveries and stuff like that.
Yeah. A lot can happen within the first few months. We discovered high roost and the normal roosts and high crushed cancer basically all in like the first month.
Okay.
We also found that some of the techs available for Pepino, they also work for noise as well. So that also helped ease the transition into playing from Pepino to noise.
All right, so what's going on here? What this looks like a boss fight.
It is a boss fight, yes. Oh, oh. So this is Pepperman. I was supposed to hit Pepperman with the bomb there. I got a bit sidetracked. Anyway, so this is the first boss of the Pizza Tower. There are at least one boss per level, per floor. Sorry, and you're supposed. Oh no, supposed to defeat them in the most noisy way possible. In this case, your grab button has been replaced by a bomb, as you can see. But also, for speedrunning, you will be able to tornado into him and still attack him as well. For 100%, we will want to not get hit too much. You can get hit a maximum of 2 times, and you will still get an S rank for it, which will satisfy the 100% requirements.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering if there was anything you had to do for the bosses beyond just beat them, but
Yeah, you do. You have to not get hit too much.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Also, I'll be honest, I 100% thought he was an apple when I first saw him.
Yeah, he does look like that. Yeah, but no, it's a pepper.
All right. Well,
So unfortunately, you can get to the maximum of 2 times and still get an extra, which will still be fine for 100%.
yeah, that's nice that there's some leniency in there, because I imagine these boss fights would be run killers if you had to do them hitless.
Not so much if you want a restartless run, but it can get really annoying because I personally find bosses to be the low point of Pizza Tower because the bosses on their own are great, but the levels, they're just that much better.
Yeah. It's the opposite of Cuphead, where Cuphead the bosses are the high point and the regular levels are the parts that people like but don't like as much.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. It's just.
But also, like in Cuphead, there's like only a few levels and a ton more bosses. Whereas in here, you only have 5 bosses and a ton more levels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was supposed to be an upload.
And just like Cuphead, this game also has a very unique art style.
Yeah, it is a very 90s cartoon art style. I think with like inspirations from Ren and Snippy and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've definitely never seen another game that looks quite like this.
Yeah, it definitely stands out from the crowd, and it's easily distinguishable, which is one of the good things, one nice things about Pizza Tower, because despite the pixel art, the kind of MS Paint art style artwork, they do have a lot of like, cartoony styles or techniques applied to them, like stretching and smearing and, well, I guess that kind of stuff. I'm not too familiar with it, but I just know they look great and really fitting for like a 90s cartoon style.
I feel like that's the best way to critique the artwork in a game is it looks good. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's important. The most important thing about the art. It looks good, yeah.
Okay, but this game is very animated, is the best way to describe it, and that I'm coming up with off the top of my head.
You will see that the characters themselves are also very animated too. So
I mean, yeah, I'm just looking in the top right corner. I think that describes it pretty well.
Yeah, the TV, it displays what emotions the characters are showing at the moment, but on close up.
So, how many levels are in this game, if you know off the top of your head?
There are 20 levels and 5 bosses.
Okay. Yeah, because I know this run is not like super crazy long or anything, but it's definitely not a short one.
It's right down in the medium, I think, yeah. Compared to any percent, this will play all of the levels. In any percent, you will skip one level because of the top requirements. So, yeah, you'll be able to see a level that's called "Oh shit." Probably another great name for this marathon, but you know that is the level name.
I remember that being an incentive at GDQ, and everyone was surprised that they made an incentive for a level that is called that.
It is a good incentive for people to play, to invite people to play this level that is underplayed. I think it's also because the fact that it's underplayed is also a bit less appreciated.
I mean, that's the fun part about 100% runs. It's just you see a lot more of the game when any percent runs are usually the most popular ones, so you just don't get to see the rest of it normally.
Yeah. Okay, so for this level, there will be a lot of aforementioned high boosts. So watch out.
While we're high-woosting our way through this level, is now a good time for a quick donation.
Yeah.
All right, we have $1.49 from Kasaki, who says, "Wanted to give what I could. Shoutouts to my amazing friends and colleagues that keep this all on track. Genesis, Oz, Gio, R30, Speff, and Gerbo, y'all rock. Also, pepperoni, bacon, and onion is the best topping combo. Find me." Chat, what do you think? Do you like that combo for a pizza? I think it's pretty good. I think it's missing some pineapple, though. Donate, tell me what you think. I want to hear your pizza toppings.
I'm personally just a pepperoni kind of guy, because I don't like onions. Not the biggest fan of stuff like peppers. Indifferent towards pineapple, so I keep it simple. But if you want to tell me how I need to have a more interesting life when it comes to pizza toppings, you got to donate to tell me.
Or, as I said while I was commentating that last run, I think pineapple's a mandatory pizza topping, but if you think I'm wrong, you can donate to tell Sam that he's wrong, that he needs to be more inventive, and you can donate to tell me that I'm wrong and that pineapple shouldn't be on pizza. But, you know, I will not stand for no pineapple slander in the chat. You must send it in via donation.
Donate to tell me I need to be more adventurous, and donate to tell Cell that she needs to be less adventurous. Psyk, do you have any favorite pizza toppings, or do you just prefer to keep your pizza in game?
Yes, nothing in particular, but I do prefer a real and meaty pizza.
That's a good choice. I can get behind that. So what's been happening in this level? While we are distracted by pizza toppings.
So a lot of wall boosting, basically, because it's a very vertical level, which means a lot of vertical walls. And if I want to get back in this level, I will have to focus a lot, which, yeah. Also, you should be able to see a lot of project cancels at the same time because I'm trying to ascend the tower, the level.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say about walls? They're just vertical floors, so.
True.
Yeah, and based on what I'm seeing, that's pretty much true, because you're just jumping off of everything all the same.
Just bouncing off of every wall possible.
It is. I know that's just like how the character works, but it is always funny to me. It's like whenever you're starting from a standstill, you just go in the opposite direction and immediately turn around to go fast.
Yeah,
It's funny to me every time.
that's basically how every boost works. You need to use the wall to the left in order to boost to the right.
Mhm.
Also, this level is very lenient in terms of score. For 100%, you can crit combo once, then you might still be able to get P rank without, S rank oh, without too much getting extra points.
Okay. Well, nice work on that one.
Oof. It's also one of the, I guess it's the hardest level on the first floor because of the amount of boosts involved. So we're now done with floor 1 and we're going to move on to floor 2. Each floor has 4 levels and 1 boss. So we're going to move on to the second floor.
Do you have to do the levels in like a certain order, or they like pick and choose once you're on the floor?
So basically you can pick and choose the level order you want, but we have an optimal level order. So ideally you'll want to complete all levels on one floor first, but even then there's also a specific order for which levels to go for first.
Okay. Yeah. Like I figured there'd be a fastest order. I was just curious. It was like, is it the fastest order because it's the fastest order? Is it the fastest order because you have to do it that way? But sounds like it's just that's what's fastest.
Yeah. If you want to go the fastest, then you'll have to do it that way. But you don't have to.
Yeah, if you want to mix it up, you could do it in a different way for once.
Yeah.
Alright. So I've noticed a few of these so far where they're like transformation kind of things in a few of the levels so far.
Ooh,
Like you just turned into a giant fireball right there.
Yeah. So this game is, as far as I know, it's inspired by Wario Land. Similar to that game's transformation, in this game you'll have different transformations. Like in one of the previous levels, there was the night transformation, and here the fire mouth transformation. So it will make the characters control slightly differently than usual.
Yeah, the Wario Land is also firmly in that category of I should have played this by now, but I haven't.
It is, I haven't tried that game, but I heard it's pretty fun as well.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
just think of it this way. It's based on Pizza Tower. That's what it is, right? See, that's the correct way things happened.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I do have one of the Wario Land games, and I just haven't played it, so I need to fix that at some point.
Mm-hmm. You should be able to see like some heavy inspirations in Pizza Tower from Wario Land.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like when this game was first making its rounds when it first came out. That was like basically what I was hearing from everywhere. It's like, oh yeah, it's inspired by Wario Land. It's like basically like a modern Wario Land. It was like, cool. I haven't played Wario Land, but that's good to hear for the people that have.
Yeah, definitely.
But it definitely seems like a lot of people really connected with this game, even beyond the people that like grew up with Wario Land.
If the game is good.
I mean, yeah, if you make a good game, people will play it.
Yeah. And in some cases get really popular, like this one.
Yeah, it is unfortunate that not every game that is good gets attention and gets popular, but at least most of the games that do get popular are also good.
Yeah. So let's this extra section here, I wasn't supposed to do, but because I had a combo break a while ago, I had to make up for the lost points, so I would have to go up my way slightly here to get 700 extra points.
Yeah. Do most levels have like sections that you can do as a backup like that, or are there some of them where like if you mess up, you're just kind of out of luck?
No, I think this is like an exception.
Okay.
Or at the very least, there are some extra points along the way that we usually skip that you might have to instead grab. But no, I think off the top of my head, this is the only level that has a section like this.
Okay. That's interesting. Makes sense. It's just interesting.
Yeah. It's also quite weird that it's just this one level that has some extra points right there. But it is good for 100% where if you had a combo break and you need some extra points, you can just go there and grab them. Also, oh, okay. I was afraid I wasn't gonna make it, despite the 700 extra points.
Yeah, that was cutting it a little close, but you're good.
At the very least, I can do some taunting at the door to get 250 extra points if I still need some more.
Okay.
I can show you eventually, but when we get there, I'll mention it.
Well, I mean, if it's kind of like a last resort kind of thing, hopefully you don't have to show me.
Sometimes it can be a last resort, yes, but sometimes it's actually sometimes it could be faster to get 250 points from the door, so
Okay.
it won't be exactly a last resort sometimes.
Okay. You're a ghost now.
Yes, I've died, and I've come back alive thanks to the priest.
Oh no, the run died. Oh no, you're just a ghost.
That would be real sad.
I'm assuming that just like lets you go through certain walls and stuff.
Not exactly. It lets you destroy those white blocks if you get enough of those ghost peppers.
Okay. My default assumption for ghost power-ups is you go through walls, but I guess that's not always the case.
Oh, I guess you can go through this grater. That's one
Okay.
thing.
Okay, so it's basically you just float and dash around.
Yeah, you need those ghost peppers to dash around though. With Pepino, your speed automatically raises once you grab those ghost peppers, but with the noise you'll have to do some boosting, like pressing the grab button in order to boost temporarily to high speed.
Okay, that's interesting that even the power-ups function differently then.
Yeah, there are, some of the power-ups function the same between Pepino and Noise, and some are slightly different. Like in the case of the previous two transformation mentioned, they are slightly different as well. In Pizzascape, there was the night transformation. For Noise, he can bounce off walls, and for Pepino, he cannot. There was a bomb transformation where you basically grab the bomb in Ancient Cheese. For Pepino, you're supposed to throw it, and for the Noise, he basically just holds it in his mouth. So that's some of the examples of different transformations between the characters.
Okay. Yeah, this'll all look like it's the only way this stuff works because I haven't actually seen the normal transformation, so
Ah.
I'll just assume everything is exactly the way they were initially made. And I can't prove you wrong.
Sure.
Alright. Is
The
that guy
best
chasing you specific to this level, or is that...
That guy is specific to this level only. He is John Ghost. After you killed, you destroyed John Pillar because he also. I guess the reason is that he also touched one of those ghosts that transforms you into a ghost. He also becomes a ghost in this level as well.
Okay. Interesting.
I think some of the one of those lab mods that have this John Ghost chase you after a certain extra laps. So, like one of the ways I guess you can increase the challenge of the game manually.
Yeah, because I imagine this game is popular and is on PC, so therefore it has mods.
It definitely does. It had so many mods, like reskin mods, lab mods, where basically you can go beyond lab 2, have lab 3, lab 4, lab 5, lab whatever. It's really insane.
Yeah. Also, you mentioned it a few times. I don't know if you've actually gone into detail, but there's like a two-lap mechanic for all these levels.
Yeah, it does. So Lab 2 is one of the requirements for getting a P rank. But also, going through the Lab 2 portal will get you 3,000 points. So it is, for most levels, it is necessary to go through the Lab 2 portal in order to get enough points for the S or P rank.
Okay. Are things different on lap 2, or are they basically just go through the level a second time?
In most cases, yeah, but I guess one of the final levels will be like different. In most cases, you will just have to like the destructible objects gone, and you will just have to go through it in a slightly different configuration.
Okay. I imagine that can get a little confusing when you're first starting out with this game, is remembering the layout depending on what lap you're on.
Yeah.
But you're doing a good job of just demolishing all these levels no matter what lap it is.
Yeah. I've speedrun this game for quite a few months, so I've had enough time to memorize a lot.
Yeah. Well, this game's so fast, I imagine you have to memorize a lot of things, because it's going to be difficult to react to everything.
Yeah. Fortunately, there's basically little to no RNG involved, so so some of the strat, all it matters is you have to get the precise inputs down, and that should be it.
Okay. Well, so you have a chicken.
I do, and well, I'm not sure if it's appropriate for me to describe what I'm doing to it.
You're utilizing it to go faster.
Yes. He is from a game called Mortar Chicken, and the developer actually asked for permission to use him in the game, and so he's here.
Alright, that's actually pretty funny, because I feel like with most of that stuff, it's just, oh yeah, this is legally distinct chicken from legally distinct game. But they actually got permission for it.
They do, yeah. Which is quite funny about this. The one thing that's funny about this level. It is also kind of ironic that this level is called Fun Farm, but most of the time, us people who play 100% on this level, we kind of didn't really enjoy it because the level has relatively tight 100% score requirements. So I guess Mortis like the only thing that's fun about this farm.
Yeah. I feel like every run's got one of those levels where it's like, it's not that it's bad, it's just you don't like it in speedruns.
Yeah.
So I see the score ticking down. I noticed it a while ago, but it's ticking down by 5 points like every second or so.
It does, yeah. So,
Okay.
there are some cases where you might. I have like speedrun some. During some speedruns, there were cases where I got the P rank at the exact moment, at the last moment, of killing the enemy. And then, because there's still a little bit of distance to the door, once I reach the door, it gives me, drops me down to A rank, which can be frustrating because, well, that means you have to kill the run or redo the level. But
Yeah,
that's where the door taunt comes in. If you are kind of afraid that you're like barely reaching the score requirement, you can do some door taunts to safely get above the score requirements.
yeah. Yeah, I feel like with something like this, there's nothing worse than missing it by like literally the smallest increment possible.
Yeah, sometimes it could just be 1 point by 1 frame.
Yeah. Does the game tell you what the score thresholds are, or do you just kind of know them through trial and error?
They don't tell you, but basically there's already like it's all documented which level has which amount of points for the S rank requirements.
Okay.
Oh, I also wanted to mention for this level, this is one of the levels where it's faster to do a 1 lap, so we won't be seeing lap 2 or the P rank animation for that matter.
Okay, that's interesting. So since the P rank animation plays when you get a P rank, is there any level where it's like faster to make sure you don't get the P rank out even if you do a second lap?
Not necessarily, or actually, because one of the P rank requirements is killing an enemy in the first room. If you don't do that, then you can technically go for a second lap and still not get the P rank animation. But the result screen doesn't actually boost you in game time, which is the method we're using to time our runs.
Okay. That's interesting then. Yeah, because I know a lot of games these days have either like auto splitters or load remove time and in-game time and stuff like that, but it's always interesting to me if there is time saves that are stuff like that outside of the actual levels, but it's obviously way more convenient to have that timer in-game like that.
It does, yeah, so you don't really need like a load remove time or anything like that, just based on what's available in-game and Bob's your uncle.
Was the speedrun timer in there from day one, or was that added later?
It wasn't reliable at first, so it is added at a later update.
Okay.
So day one, we were still using real time, basically. But there's a trick that's an upcoming trick that we're gonna show off, which uses which skips the result screen. It used to be one of the prominent tech in speedrunning because we used to time it in real time, so skipping the result screen would be faster. But it's also pretty annoying because you might accidentally exit a level without actually like completing it.
Oh, yeah, it's one of those tricks.
Yeah, it's we only used it in one place now, so it's a much safer trick to pull off.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, so I just did a result screen skip. Basically, but it's also faster here because what I did was it's also called a vigilante upward, where I basically did this result screen skip and activate the boss door at the same time. Hence the term upward.
Okay. Interesting.
So that's like the only place we still do the result screen skip. And if you're on any percent, the boss does as well. Oh yeah, this boss is called the Vigilante. He's really easy with the bomb mechanic from the noise, as you can see. With the right timing, and the right RNG, he can basically be a breeze.
Yeah, every single hit I just see you doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
He just really needs to learn how to stay out of the right-hand corner.
Yeah. It's relatively consistent as long as those cardboard cutouts don't go into the right-hand section, then you'll mostly do fine.
Was that the draw thing? Was that like, did you have to input anything, or was that just automatic?
Oh, for Noise it's automatic because he's a
Okay.
cheating bastard.
That's actually funny.
With Pepino, you do actually have to draw your gun at the right time, but with the Noise, he just cheats. Yeah.
So obviously that one change means this entire run's way easier, right? Obviously.
It's not, for this part, it's not very strict, so... because he does give you like a few seconds to draw your gun, so it's not like it's a run killer anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding, but I figured it was one of those things where it's easy enough that everyone can do it, but I wouldn't be surprised if somebody loses a run to it just because they weren't paying attention.
It could have happened statistically, yeah.
Or like somebody's keyboard disconnects or something.
That would be unfortunate, yeah.
Alright, is this the obligatory beach world?
It is.
Okay.
You'll be in the ship for a little bit, but afterwards you'll reach the outside. You'll see.
Okay. And is the power-up here this barrel?
It is, yeah. It's all got a great banging soundtrack too.
I mean, that's the common theme. It doesn't matter what level you're on.
Some themes are better than others.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Like this one. I think this one is probably one of my favorites. Just because of some of the vocal samples that was used.
Oh, now you got a guy shooting cannon shots at you?
Oh yeah, that's also one of the special things about this level. You mostly don't have to worry about him though. Oh no! Oh! Oh, okay.
Famous last words.
That was really close, I nearly broke combo there. Oop.
Yeah, I imagine most of the time you're going so fast it doesn't even matter, though.
No. I wasn't supposed to get, like, stun lock there, or, So, that move that prevented me from doing anything else is called the uppercut. Ooh. Was trying to, pull up a special trick there, but didn't get it. If you time it right, you can just parry right at the cannonball, and you'll be able to parry the cannon right back. But I guess I didn't get it this time.
While we're rolling our way through this levels, would now be a good time for me to remind chat of a couple things.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. I just want to remind everyone that we do have a bid war open right now for that Link's Awakening DX race tomorrow, which is going to be super fun, super exciting. But even more exciting is the fact that you, my dear chat, are able to decide what color of tunic the runners are going to use. There are two color options. There's blue and there's red. Right now, red is sitting at $50, but blue is not far behind at $36.49. That's not very far away. So if you want to see blue tunics, or if you want to see red take a big lead, get your donations in ! Donate in chat to get your donations in. And of course, every donation goes towards Girls Make Games.
Personally, I'm a blue fan, so that's where my vote goes. But my vote doesn't mean anything because it doesn't have money attached to it.
Also, you are welcome to still donate and tell me what your favorite pizza toppings are, or what the most cursed pizza combination you can think of is. I am down to read some wild recipes.
Or combine them and put your pizza toppings towards red or blue.
Even better. You know, you could design an all blue pizza or an all red pizza.
I think that's just a tomato pie.
Red is a tomato pie. Blue would be a Oh no, you figure that out. Tell me in your donations. What's a blue pie?
So here we have the Laria level.
Alright, this is very much not beach themed anymore.
Nope. Ooh.
I like how we're introduced to the noise 40 minutes into the run.
Oh yeah. So in normal Pepino gameplay, there was supposed to be another character here, but instead we just get more noise. Oh. Oh, that was also a tutorial level section because this crusher action, we were supposed to be introduced to it like in this level instead of much earlier, but because we're speedrunners, we already know that this tech can be used, so we don't even need to use the tutorial to know that this action exists.
I mean, I feel like that's the most fun kind of technique in a game where it's like you have it the whole time, but they don't tell you about it until later.
Yeah.
So if you experiment or you know what you're doing, you can use it the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that one whistle soundbite is like the exact same one from SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Could be, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it's very much, if you haven't played that game, you might not know what I'm talking about. But if it's not the same, it's very similar, and I wouldn't put it past them to have just used the same soundbite.
Possibly. Might be sure of a few points here and there. Oh. Supposed to crush it there instead of doing the uppercut.
Guessing that just made you fall slowly, as opposed to quickly.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
With the noise though, there is a lot of a lot more action that he can do because well, the crusher is one of the extra things he can do compared to Pepino because it's basically merged from the other character that Pepino would have switched to. But also, even without considering the crusher, there's also a lot more. With the high boost, there are a few more extra buttons that you can make with the noise. Which means if you want to get really fast, the noise's control scheme can be relatively complicated if you're not ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell that you're using the most out of that control scheme because I can hear your keyboard.
Yeah. I have like an image of basically how my control scheme goes, and I definitely use a lot of buttons on my keyboard to pull up some of the speedrun strats.
I'm curious, how preferable is keyboard to controller? Is it just like whatever works best for you kind of game?
Some people will prefer a controller, me personally, because like because the noise has a lot more actions. I personally am in the camp that for the noise, it's better to play on the keyboard. For Pepino, it probably doesn't matter too much since he has like way fewer actions compared to the noise.
Okay.
At least that's what I think. There have been world records in the past, in any percent that was achieved by a controller player, so your mileage may vary.
Okay. Yeah, because for basically any platformer on PC, I'm always curious which one is like, is one of them definitively better, or is it just like, it's whatever you prefer?
I'm not too sure. I don't think I played that many platformers to judge, but
Yeah, because I know
Probably-
like there's games like Celeste where, you know, it's people use both. I'm personally a controller player whenever I play games,
I
but
can do both.
everyone.
But sorry.
No, I was just saying everyone's different.
Yeah. I personally can do both. Like usually, when I'm just playing a game casually, I can do both keyboard and controller. But I guess depending on the game, like if it's fast, I think it's faster and it gives you more control. Then I would definitely go with a keyboard.
Also, I see this level has rockets.
It does, yeah. So this is the rocket is this level's transformation, and also there's the animation that you can see just now, where he gets transported to entirely different planets in Pizza Tower.
The big tower.
It is. It's
Okay. Is this power up basically just you move forward until you hit a wall and you just go up and down? And
oh, you can control your up and down, and you can make it slightly faster by pressing the forward button.
okay, but it just moves forward automatically even if you don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oop. Never mind. Oh. I was supposed to do some speedrun tech there, but never mind.
Can't tell the difference. That looked correct to me. Nah.
Once you get to speedrunning this game, you'll be able to see like some of the shortcomings.
You know, I imagine this is one of those games where it's like at a high level you can tell everything that's going right and going wrong, but like as a casual viewer, I'm just enjoying watching whatever is going on.
Yeah, I guess that's the most important thing to a speedrun and marathon, to make it entertaining.
Yeah. This game is definitely a very good game at making things entertaining visually.
Yeah. Even during a non speedrun playthrough, it's also like visually very interesting to look at. Like each level has a unique theme, and you can basically expect no two same things between two levels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've picked up on that where it's like I'm surprised at how much variety there's been so far.
And there's still more to come.
Yeah. Because are we on floor 3 now, or are we still floor 2?
We're on floor 3 now.
Okay.
This is the third level on floor 3, actually.
Okay. I've lost track of how many levels there's been because I haven't been keeping track in the first place. So.
I think we're halfway through. This is the 10th level.
Okay.
No, sorry. This is the 11th.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that we're about halfway through based on the time, so.
Yeah.
I imagine these rocket animations are really bad if for the score decay thing.
Oh yeah. Can happen. So you kind of have to keep track of how many points, like how many extra points you gained before entering the rocket. So like if you've scored like around 30, 40, you might want to like do some door taunts.
Okay.
Another, I do want to mention one thing about the door taunt thing. So you might be able to see that I'm doing the taunts like really fast at the door. That's because we have a speedrun tech that's called taunt cancel. Essentially, you can grab and taunt on the same frame while running, and you'll be able to taunt without actually doing the full taunt animation.
Okay.
Also, the golf run is not doing well so far.
So yeah, obviously this is the golf level. Like every
Yep.
good platformer has a golf level.
It does.
Definitely. This is definitely a common thing.
Yeah. If not, then it should be more common.
That I can agree with. So like what is the mechanics of the golf gimmick here?
Okay, so you have a greasy ball. You're supposed to hit it into the net. Whoa. And then you got hit there. And that's about... Oh. I kind of lost track there a bit. Okay, so... Yeah, I can't really focus right now. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you're fine. You're fine. Focus on the game. That comes first.
Okay, I guess I'll talk later.
While we're focusing on this, I'm just going to remind everyone real quickly of our charity for this event. In 2014, Girls Make Games was founded in order to provide girls with the space and resources to explore the world of gaming and help them pursue careers in game development. Girls Make Games has helped their alumni go on to graduate high school, college, and onto jobs in the gaming industry and wider STEAM fields. With help through your donations, Girls Make Games Scholarship Fund will give women and girls the support they need to reach their fullest potential. If that sounds really cool to you and you are interested and able to help, !Mike donate in chat to go to our Tiltify page where you can send in your donations. And don't forget, if we hit $2,000, which is our goal for the event, we are going to unlock the Path of Pain incentive for Hollow Knight, which is our final run of the event tomorrow night. If you have not seen Path of Pain, it is incredibly precise platforming, very difficult, very high challenge level. And so, if you want to see that, get your donations in. Every dollar goes towards reaching that milestone incentive.
I can vouch. I am a big Hollow Knight fan, and Path of Pain is worth seeing. You are going to want to see that.
Okay, so I just pulled up a bird skip. It's one of the biggest skips in the game. It's done in basically every category.
Okay.
You can see that I basically used a helpful bird to help me send the grease ball, into the goal, which will because he is at a distance, and while I'm making him stun, I can put the golf ball into the goal while I am standing at the exit, so that I won't I won't need to do the course, at least in the first lap. But for 100%, we will need to go back here to do everything.
Yeah, but I imagine it still saves time because you don't have to do it on both laps. You just have to do it the one time.
Yeah, you only need to do it once.
Right. So on this level, is the golf ball stuff required for progression through the level then?
Yeah, there are like goal blocks that if you didn't put the ball into the goal, then you won't be able to exit the level. So you do need to do those.
Okay.
Also, accidentally 101% right there.
Accidentally just styling and also get that extra percent.
Yeah, for this level at least.
Yeah. I always love it when games are just like, oh yeah, there's just more than 100% sometimes.
Yeah. Just have to make you do more. It is good though, but the extra 1% can be a pain sometimes. So on this floor, with Epino, you were supposed to fight the noise. But now that I'm controlling the noise, I'm fighting this character that's called the noise. Which is totally not a ripoff of the noise.
Yeah, it's my OC, don't steal.
Definitely.
So is this fight basically just the same as the noise fight then, or is it got
It's-
some differences?
There are some differences, yeah. So, these bras that you're seeing him drop, they're not. Ooh, okay. They're called noises and they actually move differently if you're. Oh no, if you're playing as Pepino. Also, just got that double hit there between the transition from phase 1 to phase 2. So that's nice.
Okay.
It saves one attack duration, basically.
Well, yeah, I imagine getting that extra hit's very nice. For something that's pretty, like, on rails with how much you can do damage other than that.
Yeah.
So I noticed every boss basically has, like, 2 phases. Is that just a thing every boss has?
It does, yeah. For the final boss, you will see that he has more than 4. I mean, 2. But you'll see when we get there.
Okay. I mean, I'd be disappointed if the final boss didn't have extra phases.
Yeah. It is, like, typical to show how resilient and strong the final boss is.
Because if a final boss doesn't have at least, like, 4 phases, is it really the final boss?
Yeah, is it really?
It was a good floor animation for transition between floors.
Yeah. He's basically being held up in a rope. There's no elevator to carry him.
I just want to say hello to everyone who has just joined us recently in chat. We are raising money for Girls Make Games. And if you would like to donate, !donate chat to get a Tiltify link. Right now, we do have a question open to all our donators. What do you like to put on your pizzas? Please let us know via donation.
Also, tell us what you like to put on your towers as well. We don't have to keep it just to pizzas. Could be both pizzas and your towers.
I like pineapple on both my pizzas and my towers.
A pineapple tower would definitely be an interesting tower. All right. Looks
Would
like
the pineapple be like a final boss or?
I think the pineapple is just like on the top, like you climb to the top of the tower, you're on the roof, and there's just a stack of pineapple.
That's your reward for climbing the tower.
Yeah, you just go grocery shopping, go to the top of the pineapple tower, you get your pineapple, you go home.
Nice. Free pineapples. Oh wait, do they have to cost money?
The admission fee. to get into the tower.
Okay.
You can get as many pineapples as you can carry.
You're gonna get a spoonful.
All right. I noticed this level's got some interesting stuff going on.
Yeah,
Like
so
the-
you have
like
to
the
ride the
taxi.
taxis. You have to ride the taxi to get your toppings.
So is that kind of basically like the same kind of thing as the rockets from the other level, where it just takes you between different areas?
You can think of it like that, yeah.
Okay.
Except these ones you can go back and forth between the level sections if you so desire.
Yeah. Obviously, if you don't have to, you're not going to, but
No,
the option's there.
yeah. For 100% we're gonna be riding every taxi. So yeah.
Makes sense.
And also enter some of the secrets along the way. Ooh. So, I think, if there's anything you want to say, now would be a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. Just want to remind everyone that you're watching Complete-a-thon, a charity event dedicated to completionist speedruns. This includes 100% all collectibles, or even categories we collect all of the supposed collectibles, such as all red berries or all shrines, just to name a few. If you're interested in getting involved or finding out more, make sure to join our Discord and follow us on Twitter to get updates about future events. And if you'd like to help with future events, we always host volunteer applications before our events. They typically run alongside submissions and are announced on our Discord and Twitter. Keep an eye out on those if you're interested in running production, tweeting the tweets, or maybe even hosting live on the mic like I am right now. And if you're just looking to volunteer for the first time, we'd be happy to help you get your foot in the door. That's right, no experience necessary. We welcome folks of all experience levels. And we have a donation that just came in. We have $25 from 40 Tentacles that says, "Good luck, Psych. Pizza Tower is my favorite game, and I've learned so much about speedrunning it from watching your amazing Pepino runs." Smiley face. Also,
thanks.
pepperoni, spinach, and jalapenos with no tomato sauce, please. Thank you so much for that donation, and thank you for putting that towards Red for that Link's Awakening race tomorrow. We have that bid war open between Red and Blue, so thank you so much for that donation. Jalapenos, I like that. That's a good topping choice. I approve.
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting combination without the sauce as well.
Tomato allergy, maybe? I know some people are allergic to it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I find it interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. Jalapenos, though. That's a good shout. I might try that next time.
Yeah, because I do enjoy a good white pizza from time to time. Yeah, and I feel like spinach is not an uncommon topping, but not one I would normally pick. All right, we got the ice level.
Yep, mandatory. Here, Noise would have frozen to death, but instead he drugs something, and now he doesn't get cold anymore.
That was hot chocolate.
Definitely.
All right, I imagine this level has ice physics.
It doesn't actually, but it does have block of ice.
Okay, that's actually surprising. A snow level that doesn't have ice physics. I feel like that's a rare sight. I do appreciate that though, because ice physics can be very annoying in most games.
Yeah.
They're not always bad, but if there's annoying levels in a game, it's not uncommon for them to be the ice levels.
The reputation of ice levels. I mean, they earned it most of the time.
Oh yeah. You know, it's like, not every underwater level and every ice level is bad, but they have a stigma for a reason.
Hmm.
Or you just basically went under the map or something there for a second there. At least that's what it looked like.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to do that. But because we're the
Couldn't
noise...
tell.
Oh yeah, I haven't introduced, but the noise has this jetpack thing. So there are some more things you can do as the noise, including what we did just now, which was called... we don't have a formal name for it, but I personally call it Freezer 11 skip. Which, oh. Skip basically one entire level, one entire room.
Okay. Well, that makes sense then. To call it a skip for the room that you skip.
Literally.
Yeah. As fun as skip names are sometimes for some games, I'm always more of a fan of names that actually describe what the skip is.
Yeah. There are some in this game, but sometimes we do have some really weird ones.
You have a favorite?
Stinky fart.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I'll tell you once we get there.
Okay. I will appreciate it when you let us know about your stinky fart.
Yep. Just gonna do a stinky fart later.
Yeah, because I feel like there's two types of silly skip names. The ones that literally make no sense and somebody just named it that, and the ones that like do make sense once you know what the skip is. They just made it sound as ridiculous as possible, still keeping it on topic.
Yeah.
I guess I'll know which category that falls into later. Alright, so is that the power-up here? The reason why his face is red? And
Yeah,
you're going
it is.
very fast? Okay.
That's not the sole reason. The noise is already able to like go really fast, but with this red face upgrade, he basically ate the pepper that's called Satan's Choice. And now, whenever he uses the jetpack, he'll spit out fireballs that will kill nearby enemies.
Okay. Makes sense.
So this is fake Pepino. He's not Pepino.
Okay. I was about to say, it looks like a character that I might recognize, but it's obviously
Yeah.
not actually him.
Yeah.
While we're fighting fake Pepina, is now a good time for a quick donation?
Yeah.
Awesome. We have $2.24 from Tempest Master 1000, who says, I'm a simple Italian descending man. I love pizza of many kinds. If you want my preference, I like buffalo chicken pizza. But if you really want a taste I think you can't go wrong with, margarita pizza. Shout out to Slurring Sloth and my Pizza Tower pals. Thank you so much for that donation. And that went towards Blue for that Link's Awakening run tomorrow. Red is still very much in the lead, but Blue is kind of slowly catching up a little bit. Keep on assigning your donations towards that bid war for Blue or Red. Also, that has got us to $1,530 raised total for Girls Make Games. So thank you all so much for your donations toward our fantastic charity.
Or that doesn't look fair. His health bar is empty.
Yeah, how come? He's not dead yet. Oh, there he is.
There it is.
So this boss is a little bit more annoying because there's now those extra thick pepinos that can attack you. So you have to be extra careful.
And from the looks of things, it takes a while to do damage in this fight as well.
Because he also has an invincible timer.
Oh.
And at the end of this boss fight, you're supposed to do an escape session. And we're gonna hide this for some of the places because it's actually faster. Supposedly, as Pepino, if you get hit during the session, you lose 2 health points. But with the noise, he'll just scare fake Pepino back. And in speedrunning, it loses a little bit of time, but at the very least, you won't get hit.
Yeah, that's it's like it's definitely obviously slower, but you're not gonna like lose the S rank or anything.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta have an escape section somewhere.
I'm sorry, Snotty fans. So here's here's another level that you can complete faster in 1 lap.
Okay. Also, it's a nice bucket of water.
Oh, you'll see. It's quite funny because it has just 1 place of use, and it's right here. There. It's only used once, and it's used to disable those power outlets.
Okay.
And that's it. It's gone.
Is it meant to be used more than that, or is that literally just the only use for it?
That's literally it. For noise anyway. For Pepino,
Okay.
he doesn't have a bucket.
Oh. Yeah, I'm always a big fan of this thing is only useful 1 time, and that is the only reason it's in the game.
Yeah. I guess that's what's funny about it. You only ever get to use it once.
Also, something I've been curious about for a while. You have the move that like clears the screen of enemies.
Yeah, it's called a super taunt. Basically, you can get on top of just normal taunting. If you press up and taunt while you have those lightning symbols around your body, you can super taunt and clear out and kill all enemies on screen. The way you get a super taunt is by getting 10 combos, or after using a super taunt, get another 10 enemy kills.
Okay. So basically, every 10 kills you can use one.
Yes.
Okay.
It's very useful because some levels, it's faster to use super taunt instead of going out of your way to kill some of those enemies.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it definitely looks like some of the enemies that get killed by it are very out of the way.
Yeah. Here's sorry?
No, go ahead.
There's a speedrunning tech here, a speedrunning strat here that's only done on 100%, and it's a little bit finicky for me, but I hope I get it.
All I know is that room was satisfying. Just having you run through all the enemies.
Yeah. Oh, I got it. Okay, so after entering Secret 3, where you kill all of the rats, you can do this. And basically, what I did just now was go back kill those weenies and then use the priest to unflatten me. What the priest does is unflatten me, and he will give me 500 extra points. So that's why. But also we need to like preserve the combo. So when doing this strat, you don't kill the 2 enemies that's on top. Oh.
Right,
So-
nice.
Yeah. It's called the unflattening strat, basically.
It makes sense. It's a self-explanatory name.
Yeah, that's also the name of the achievements by getting unflattened by all the priests in this level.
Yes, and here is the don't tell your kids name of a level.
Yep. It's one of the more underappreciated levels.
Yeah.
It's also quite rapidly poopy.
The name is very accurate.
Yep.
I see we've got a ton of pipes, a la Mario.
Yeah. There is. So the entrance is the green pipe, but the exit is an orange pipe. So I don't know where they got the orange pipe from, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean maybe it was just as a way to differentiate the two, so you know which one's which.
Yeah. But you know, you never know where they actually got the orange pipe from.
Yeah, with a game full of references, I would be surprised if it's not a specific reference that I'm just not thinking of off the top of my head. Right, I'm imagining that this is the level gimmick where you just get rolled up into a ball and have to roll.
Yeah. So that's like there are 3 gimmicks on this level. Well, multiple actually. But so you know the trash lid that we just skipped. They are mandatory for Pepino, but it's slower for the noise to actually get them. So here we are just skipping them. And there's these pinchers that basically grab you, and you must do a drop and then let them pick you back up in order for you to be released by them. This level is also often skipped because it's one of the slower levels. These gimmicks that put in the pipes are actually rather slow compared to the rest of the level. So
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
For any percent, do you just like have to do a certain amount of levels on each floor?
You do, because there is a top-end requirement. There are 5 top-ends in every level, and you can only skip 9. So you can only skip 1 level, and that is this one. And on top of that, in any percent, you will have to skip. You can skip 4 extra top-ends.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine that was fun for routing back when this was new.
Yeah. So you can like check how much time you save by skipping 1 top-end, and make a list, and basically check which ones are slowest.
Yeah, and having the level timer helps with that a lot.
It does, yeah. There's also, speaking of which, we have a speedrun practice mod that allows us to repeatedly practice one specific room, and it's really convenient because you can practice one session infinitely, and especially in cases where like there are destroyable objects and you want to return the level to a state where the object has not been destroyed, so you can practice it infinitely. So this SPM for short is a really handy tool, and it's also like almost mandatory if you want to practice well for Pizza Tower.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I imagine with a game that has levels that are like 4 or 5 minutes long, it's difficult to practice everything in the level without just if you didn't have that kind of mod.
Yeah. This year is the sausage topic. For 100%, we have a skip that's called a sausage skip. But for Pepino, it's much harder to do, but for Noise, it's trivial because for Pepino, on those waves, you cannot move at all. But for Noise, you can just jump off them easily. So this session is actually much easier as the Noise.
All right. Looks like you've already got the P rank.
Yeah, this level is very lenient. I think I had one run where I had a combo break in the middle. I didn't have to like go out of my way too much to regain some extra points.
So does obviously the combo gives you more points, but is it like the lower the combo, the less the bonus, and so you want to keep it as high as possible because you get more points for having a higher combo?
Yeah, you'll ideally want to keep your combo because your combo count, the higher your combo count, the bigger your the contribution of the combo score to your overall score. Each combo increment, the higher the number, the more increments it gives you. Like I forgot the formula, but like if you only have one combo, it only gives you one like 10 points. But if you have a 90 combo, it gives you way more than 10. I think like 50 or something.
Yeah.
So you'll definitely want to keep the combo.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Alright, this looks like it's the obligatory spooky level.
Yep. There were some speedrun strats that I missed, unfortunately.
If you didn't
No
say
press.
you missed them, I wouldn't have known that you missed anything.
So we're gonna get kicked into a ball here. There's just another ghost that's following you. You can't hurt him, and he's actually actively like stalking you. Basically, if there's any like trap, he'll go there and activate it in order to try to like trip you up.
Okay, interesting.
It's oh, never mind.
But yeah, I imagine you're going fast enough that it doesn't really matter most of the time.
Yeah. Also, so that was a sneaky part.
Is that the only one, or is there going to be another one as well?
Oh, that's the only one actually. So
Ah.
basically, there was a trap right there that will prevent the noise for Pepino from actually like going through it normally, and you were supposed to go to the wait what? You were supposed to go through the section on the bottom in order to lock up the ghost, and then you can go into it and knock and kill John Filler. But the sneaky part allows us to bypass the section on the bottom and just go into it, even though the ghost is still trying to prevent you from entering it, because the technique we're using will allow us to gain a very high speed, thereby allowing us to bypass the trap.
Okay. So is there a
For
reason
what-
it's called Stinky Fart, or is it just because?
It's just funny.
Fair enough. Can't argue with that.
For 100%, the bottom section will only be semi-skipped. We will still do the stinky part, but at the very least, we won't have to go through the bottom section twice, only once.
I feel like as long as it didn't lose time, you would always try and do it anyway, just for the sake of doing the stinky fart.
Yeah. That thing about the ramp, it killed a lot of like casual PvP. So a later update came and it basically some of your companion will come and destroy the ramp for you. So it'll hopefully save some P-rank attempts.
Okay. We do appreciate making things reasonable for casuals, because it is sometimes very easy to accidentally have stuff be way too hard.
Yeah, this is like before this ramp destruction update, it was one of the more infamous P-rank levels, at least in casual play. In speedrun though, it's actually really fun to. This is one of the more fun levels to do.
Oh, this one's colorful.
Yep. So we're not supposed to make any sounds here, but we are.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think you're doing a good job of that.
Yeah, I've failed. I'm gonna have to kill the run now.
Darn.
So this level is inspired by Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm sure you all know. These. Oh, I'm not
Yep.
doing a very good job here.
Famous 2D platformer, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Sorry?
I was just joking. It's like, it's based off Five Nights at Freddy's, the famous 2D platformer.
Oh. It definitely is.
I mean, technically it does have 2D platforming in some of the, like, Atari minigames, but...
I don't think I've ever gone through those 2D segments. But yeah.
I just know they exist. As I've watched a game theory video or two.
Of course.
Alright. So what's the gimmicks here on this level?
Don't get caught. If you get caught by those topping monsters, you will get a legitimate jump scare. So viewers be warned. Of course, if you're going really well, you won't get jump scared.
Okay. Good to know, just in case, though.
Yeah. Plus,
Like, I don't want you to mess up, but I'm also curious. So.
yeah. So, but also you will it kills your combo.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
It will
I
be.
definitely don't want you to actually mess up and show one.
You definitely don't want to get touched by these topping monsters.
Well, if chat is a little bit scared because of this level, you know what you can do? Don't leave the stream, but instead you can go to !donate in chat to our Tiltify page and make a donation. That way you still haven't left the stream and you are helping us towards that goal of $2,000, which if we meet that before the end of the marathon, we're going to get to see that Path of Pain run as part of that Hollow Knight run, the very last run of the event. If you think this platforming is really cool and intense and impressive, Path of Pain is like a whole other level. So go get your donations in, and you can look back safely once this level ends when there's no more jump scare warning.
And tell us in your donation, what pizza toppings are the scariest? I don't actually know what would unless you are like very against certain toppings or like very heavily in the anti-pineapple on pizza. I don't know what actually what a scary pizza topping would consist of.
I just came up with, Buddha cheese is a very scary topping. Welcome to bad
Mozzarella.
puns.
Or just monster.
Welcome, a monster. Welcome to bad puns. Bad cheese puns with Cell and Legally Sam.
They're very cheesy.
Donate. You know what? You can donate. Tell us some cheesy puns too. We'd love those as well.
Or donate to tell us to stop.
That too. You can control the stream with your donations.
So this treasure is a pizza. But it's actually a poisonous pizza.
Okay. Does
It's because ooh, there's those like little rats eating pizzas in the background, if you can notice. So,
okay.
this is meant to be like rat poison. So
Okay. I was about to say, it's like, is that just like for quote unquote flavor? Or does that like actually have an impact on something? But that makes sense.
we nearly missed the P rank there. The top cancel won't work with minigun hand, so I won't be able to do it for Don't Make a Sound. So you didn't see me do it just now.
Okay. And is the minigun only on that level, or is that...
Oh, you'll see. There's one more upcoming,
Okay.
and it's called War.
It never changes.
It never changes.
Does this level just like have a timer and you have to try and get
Yeah.
through it? Okay.
So, for casual players, this will be very intense because it's the first time they actually had to even encounter the timer during normal gameplay.
Yeah, but in a speed run, doesn't matter.
No, because we're all speedrunners, we don't care.
You're gonna beat the timer anyway.
Yeah. Oh, also the special thing about this timer is it keeps going even during the secret. So,
Okay.
normally during pizza time, if you're in a secret, then the timer won't tick down. But for war, it ticks down regardless. So I want to mention that for when you have a minigun in your hand, it's much difficult to pull off a high boost because of the bindings involved. Ooh.
Okay. So do you just have the minigun for the rest of the level then, at this point?
For any percent, yeah, but for 100%, you're not going to have enough points to go through it in one lap. You will need to enter lap 2, and for lap 2, you will get rid of your minigun. So
Okay.
that means your control will be slightly differently on lap 2.
Okay, interesting. But I'm assuming the minigun is just... It's a minigun, you can shoot enemies with it,
Yeah.
and that's what it does. I always appreciate power-ups that are self-explanatory like that.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh no, you only have 1 minute and 45 left, which is more than what you started with.
Yeah. But no, and I have more time left again.
I kept expecting that to stop, and it just didn't stop for a while there.
No,
It
it's
just kept
not gonna
going up.
It's not gonna like stop. So
Yeah. No, I was expecting it to stop at like 3 minutes or something, and then it just kept going all the way up to 4.
oh, I see.
Yeah. But I mean, it makes sense, I bet, because it needs to give you enough time for all of lap 2.
Yeah. It gives you like 5 timers, I think. So. Ooh. There's plenty of time if you're speedrunning this level. Even on lap 2.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I guess that works.
It makes sense that the war level is one of the ones that gives you the rocket power up.
Although the rocket power up has already been introduced in
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's just makes sense. This is the one. It gives you the minigun and it gives you the rocket.
Yeah.
Like the 2 weapon related power ups.
Yep. Here we go.
I'm curious. Do you have the point thresholds memorized, or do you just have like? Do you just kind of like eyeball it and you like have an idea of around where it is?
I just kind of I memorized the enemies I'm supposed to kill, and if I mostly go afterwards, I just mostly base it on feel. If I feel that I haven't like killed too many enemies, I might go out of my way for an extra point or two. Like just now, I wasn't supposed to grab the extra 100 points, but I felt I did kill enough enemies. I also wanted to show off, there's this rabbit right at the end. Once you collect all toppins, you can give her the remaining $90 and she does nothing. But anyway, so we're coming up to the final boss. Afterwards, there should be just one more level. So we're getting really close to completion here.
This looks like it's the top of the pizza tower.
It is. And it's Pizza Face.
Alright.
The noise all cool, acting cool and hiding behind the cave like that. It's adorable in a way.
Oh, yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's 100% unnecessary, but it's great that it's there.
Yeah. Some really gorgeous animations.
And you got the moon in the background.
The scene is just epic. One more and we'll be done with phase 1. Oh!
It's pizza phase 1.
Oh! And it's not the actual boss. There's Pizza Head. This is the actual final boss. So this is our second phase. He will throw out various attacks and you'll need to continuously throw bombs at him while avoiding them.
Anytime during one of these boss fights where you just stand in the middle and just huck bombs the entire time, it's very funny.
The obstacles can sometimes be quite annoying though. Like these bombs. Ooh, oh no. Oh, there we go. So he's dead.
Oh yeah, that's definitely it. 2 phases, that's all these fights have.
Yeah. Oh no, we're gonna do... What is this? A boss gauntlet? Oh no.
What is this, Mega Man?
Alright, I think
Like-
sell now would be a good timing for anything else.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to remind folks that we do have that bid war open right now. It is for Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. It's a race that's happening tomorrow. There's the tunic color choice. Right now, red is in the lead at $75, but blue is about halfway behind, sitting at $38.73. Of course, you can get your donations in towards that. Scroll down, and when you donate, make sure that you pick one of those colors for it to go to. You can decide what color they're going to use. And of course, all of our donations go to our fantastic cause, Girls Make Games, who believe in providing every girl and woman with the opportunity to discover their potential and talents through gaming and game development. And with your donations, you're able to contribute directly to the Girls Make Games Scholarship Fund that provides girls and women with the resources and opportunities to pursue careers in gaming through GMG's many programs, such as their 2024 college scholarships, summer camp scholarships, and the new mentorship and internship programs launching later this year. And to do all of that, ! Donate in chat, and that will get you the link to that. Also, you're running out of time to tell us your preferred pizza toppings.
You don't want to miss that chance. You can still do it tomorrow, but it will make a lot less sense.
Yes, this is true. You could donate tomorrow, or you could donate now and tell us during Pizza Tower, during this incredible gaming here from Psych, what your favorite pizza toppings are.
Alright. Looks like Noise is just continuing to go Super Saiyan all over the bosses. Surely this is it, right?
Yeah, this must be it. He's got a huge bomb. You can't survive that. Oh, I guess that's it. Ooh. So, here we have the final level of the game. But we skip the title screen. It's supposed to be called the Crumbling Tower Pizza. And you're supposed to escape the tower while it's crumbling down. So, some of the gimmicks that you've seen throughout the game, you'll be meeting them again. For example, the shotgun puts down.
Yeah, I was about to say, this sounds like the perfect time for the game to just throw a bunch of old gimmicks at you as like a last hurrah of all the other levels.
Yeah, and that's like the final test. See if you still remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well you remember all the other levels. I don't know. You didn't spend enough time in them to really learn them. You only spent like 3 minutes on each level. I don't know how well you know the mechanics.
There's no way I would have learned all that in 3 minutes. No way. Oh, you may also see that in the bottom corner, in the bottom section, it usually displays the pizza face, but now that you've defeated him, now it's just the tower. So that's a nice touch.
Yeah, I guess the timer is just how long until it crumbles in this case.
Yeah. Unlike in other levels where when the timer ends, pizza face just appears and chases you, in this level, if the timer ends, you just die.
Thankfully, I don't think that timer's gonna really come into play here.
No. Okay, so we have enough points, so we don't need to do the door parts at the end. Although we're coming up to the very end, very close now.
GG's.
GG.
I would clap, but I don't think that would come through the mic very well.
Is there like a soundboard here?
If there is, I don't have it.
Oh well. GG's.
Yeah, GG's. That was a really good run.
It was, yeah. Felt really nice.
Yeah, and I had a really great time watching it too.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That was an incredible, incredible run. Psych, if folks want to see more of you, where can they find you?
To be honest, I don't really stream a lot, but I do have a YouTube channel. The username is psyk2642. I don't upload there often, but you might see me on the speedrun website instead. It's the same username.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And Sam, how about you?
If you want to see more of me, I don't play this game. I do speedrun some other platformers, though. I have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/illegallysam. I stream there occasionally, like once a week-ish. You'll see me. You also will see me around the marathon circuit, because I do a good number of those as well. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for this incredible run. So many GGs in chat, so many comments of just being absolutely amazed at this run. Thank you, Psych, for coming and doing this run.
No problem. Thank you for hosting the run as well.
Yeah, and
You're
thanks
welcome.
for having me on commentary.
Yeah, thank you too.
Oh, hey, Cotton Eye Joe. Where did he come from? Where did he go?
All these lovely stickers.
All right, everyone, can we get another round of applause for Psych for that incredible pizza tower run? That was so much fun. I had such a great time getting to host that. But with that is the end of Complete-a-thon for tonight. Don't worry, we still have a whole other day tomorrow. We are going to be starting off tomorrow with some Dead Cells, which is going to be super cool. If you've enjoyed, like, I don't even know how to describe what we just watched with Pizza Tower, but if you enjoyed that, you're going to want to come back tomorrow for some Dead Cells. That's going to be at 11 p.m. 11 p.m. Wow, 11 a.m. I am so dazed from that run. That time means nothing to me right now. 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific is going to be when that's going to be starting. But after that, we're going to be going to some Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, Super Mario 64 randomizer. That's going to be super hype. Of course, we also have that Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX 100% race, which we do have that incentive open for, that bid war. So don't forget to get your donations in, help decide Are the runners going to be wearing red tunics or blue tunics? That's up to you to decide. But with all that being said, we have raised $1,530 so far this event, which is incredible. Let's keep going. I know that we can hit that $2,000 goal, which is the goal for the marathon. That's going to be the amount that unlocks that bonus Path of Pain run at the very, very end of the event with Hollow Knight. We have one more day to do it, chat. I know we can get there. I believe in you. But with all that being said, this is the end of my time here at Complete-a-thon this time around. It has been an incredible honor being here as a runner, as a host, on commentary. It's been great. It's been wonderful. I've been Selcouth You can find me on socials all over the internet. Selcouth or the Selcouth something like that. You'll find me. It's been a pleasure being your host. We are going to go send off the love to someone. We're going to go send it off to Ryan Ford, who is in fact one of the runners of that Link's Awakening run. It looks like he's doing some practice for that. So we're going to go say hi to him. Everyone, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a good sleep. Let's keep going.